What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 13 Battles with Black commentary, and honestly, probably unfortunately for the last time. When I started making content for Series 13, I really wanted to use all of the Mythicals, and I was getting so close, and I was like, hey, I cannot find a Jirachi team. So huge shout out to the homie Canto Clark for throwing this together. I really appreciate it, because it means I will get to use all of the restricted, or all of the Mythicals, which I'm super excited about. So definitely make sure to subscribe to him. Make sure to give him a follow, comment on his videos, let him know how much this is appreciated. Talking a little bit about the team itself, right? First of all, we have Jirachi, which I'm really excited for. It is the Meteor Beam set. It is a special Jirachi, right? Like normally when people think of Jirachi, they think of physical Serene Grace with Iron Head. So I'm excited to see how this works. I really like the coverage, right? Energy Ball, Flash Cannon, Meteor Beam, and also a Trick Room option, which is something that this team really benefits from. Next up, we have Weakness Policy Calyrex. Once again, we're going for Trick Room, so we have two really good setters in that, both in Jirachi as well as Calyrex, really giving us that flexibility of who to set up with. Next up is Yveltal. So another really cool set here, right? This is Life Orb and a mixed Yveltal, right? 4 attack with Oblivion Wing, Dark Pulse, Heat Wave, and Sucker Punch. So really good answers into Zacian. Being able to set up in this at the face of that, I think is super important, right? You can go for a max Airstream into a max Flare, getting that big knockout. So excited for that. Next up is Indeedee. Once again, really standard, right? Follow Me, Expanding Force, Helping Hand, Protect. We all know what Indeedee does. Next up, Zeraora. So this is going to be a cool one, right? I really love Scarf Zeraora. It has really good speed control with Electrowebs. We also do have Coaching, right? And even though we don't have a ton of physical Pokemon, getting that defense boost is really, really critical in a lot of scenarios. Similarly, we do have Snarl, right, just to drop some special attack, and then Plasma Fist, just as a really good way to round things out. And then finally, we have Kyogre. Kyogre is always near and dear to my heart. We love it. It's a pretty standard set with Mystic Water and Ice Beam, so that's the team. Definitely, like I said, make sure to show Kanto some love. And with that, let's just get rocking and rolling and move into the first game. All right, battle number 1, and it is some Trick Room shenanigans from my opponent. It is Liepard Calyrex with a Zacian, a Kyogre, Palkia, and a Mungus. So we have Indeedee here, right? I think Indeedee is going to be really, really clutch. The big issue, though, is that Amoonguss, right? We don't really have a good way to deal with it, but we can still put on some pressure. We do have Calyrex. I think Calyrex with Indeedee is really solid here, just trying to mitigate some of that damage. We're obviously bringing Jirachi. It is the Jirachi episode. And then we probably want... I'm going to bring Yveltal. I think that's probably our best bet. Yveltal, you know, really shining in Series 13. So glad to see that. And also, as we're moving into it, please make sure to subscribe. Right, we are working our way towards 1 billion subscribers, and we really can't get there without you. Also, make sure to check out my community poll. I'm talking about what content people want to see for the month of November as we get into Scarlet and Violet, and I'd really love any feedback that I can get. So looking at my opponent's team, right, they are going to lead with that Liepard Calyrex, or Liepard Palkia. And so my immediate thought process is, if you're going to go for Trick Room shenanigans, even though we do benefit from them, you have an Amoonguss. So I actually want to go for a Follow Me to trick the Liepard, and then go for a max Hailstorm into it, just trying to get rid of it. So I'm gonna go right for that Helping Hand. Or no, wrong button. Because that's where I have Follow Me. I'm gonna go for a max Hailstorm onto this Liepard, right, expecting it to be a Sash. And if we can get the knockout and get our attack boosted, that's really good for us. We can then like bring out the Jirachi, try and use it that way. But the big thing is, because of that Amoonguss, I cannot let my opponent get set up. I'm really hoping for the prankster shenanigans of like going for a max guard and the Trick Room, because of the fact that we will have higher priority with Follow Me. And then if we can get rid of the Liepard and maintain our Indeedee going into turn 2, I think that that's going to be really good for us, as we will see. Yep, it is going to be that Palkia maxing here. The big question, like I said, is are you going to go for that max guard? I think you want to, right? Because that means you get a free switch out into a Amoonguss, but I'm really not going to let that happen, right? I'm going to just go for that Follow Me, giving it that better priority. And yeah, it is a little bit tricky, right? Palkia outspeeding Calyrex. You don't really want that, but like at the same time, I don't really want I don't really want the alternative of Amoonguss outspeeding everything on my team. So we gotta unfortunately go this route. It is a little sub-ideal, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run, as I'm hoping for a max guard from that Palkia. We're gonna see no max guard instead, so probably going straight for damage. It could be a Snarl, which would actually be really good. We're gonna see a Copycat. It's gonna fail. They are gonna Wormwind into my Indeedee. That's totally fine with me. Okay, we are gonna survive. I think we're Focus Sash. I forget. Yep, we are gonna be Focus Sash, which is great. If we get the knockout onto Liepard, that's gonna be super nice for us, right? Because we will just be able to get back to where we were. As Hailstorm going to come out here. Let's see how much this is going to do onto this Liepard. Survey says please be enough for a knockout. Perfect. We are going to get that. Oh, we are going to get the knockout, but we're going to lose our Indeedee in the process, which I am not a fan of, unfortunately. But I think that that's fine, right? Like if you bring out an Amoonguss, we have a way to deal with that. The scary part, right, is I think my opponent has a Zacian. And so having that Zacian come out here, we don't really have a good counterplay to it. I'm gonna bring out Jirachi here. Like I said, if they bring out Zacian, which I think they are, yeah, we don't actually we can't actually do anything about this. Right, we made a choice. I did not think that they were going to attack. Okay, we have to now. We can't even Trick Room because I think we're gonna have to max guard and go for the Trick Room, right? That'll let us KO the Zacian. Yeah, so that's the plan. We go for the Trick Room, we go for the max guard, we KO the Zacian as we reverse our own Trick Room. You're probably going to, okay, perfect. We're going to see the Blade. It's going to go into Palkia, or not into Palkia, into Calyrex. We need to survive this Max Quake here. That's really our only shot. Jirachi does not have me here. So, yeah, unfortunately, you know, a pretty rocky start to this. I don't think we can come back from it. Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping for the Follow Me Trick Room, or not the Max Guard Copycat. Okay, let's think about this, right? We double protect. And Heat Wave the Zacian, get it in range of a Sucker Punch. That is our out. Yeah, we go for the Heat Wave here. We have to get the double protect. We cannot survive a Blade. Just poor design on Calyrex's part, or poor design on Zacian's part. You decide. I just need to get, okay, we do get the double max guard. That's actually really huge, right? Because now we can get the Heat Wave off. Let's see how much this does into that. No, please burn. This is Life Orb Yveltal. We don't, okay, so you're not in Sucker Punch range. We go for the triple protect. We go for the triple protect. Triple protect Heat Wave into Sucker Punch. That is our out. It is not a good out. I'm going to go for a Heat Wave here. I'm going to go for a protect. I need to get the triple. It puts you in range of what's it called? A Sucker Punch, which I need right now. We do have the Dark Orb boost. I could have... No, Heat Wave, I think, does more. We are unfortunately going to fail, so the Blade coming out, it's going to pick up the knockout. I think my opponent correctly going for the double target. Oh, they are going to hit into the Yveltal. So that doesn't help me at all. I guess they realized that I needed a triple protect and chose to go for it. That did a lot more damage than I would have liked. So yeah, we unfortunately are not going to be able to take this one. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. They made the really good adjustment of saying, hey, you're going to go for the triple protect. So we're just going to run. Unfortunate start. The team was thrown together pretty quickly, so it's going to have some weak spots. And unfortunately, Zacian is one of them. Oh well. It's a solid first game. I think, yeah. We played it. That's just the way it is. And let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is a personal favorite of mine. It is Crystal Rain. It is Incineroar, Grimmsnarl, Zacian with Kyogre, Rillaboom, and Zapdos. I think we need Zeraora here. I think we need Zeraora, Kyogre. I think that is really our best bet right now. We need to just lower Zacian's speed and KO it that way. Is that even our best bet? I'm gonna do Indeedee. I think we have to do Indeedee Jirachi here with Calyrex and Kyogre. Let's do that. I need to set up a Trick Room. I need to then put on pressure that way. If we can get the Trick Room up, that's really good for us, right? We can go for a Meteor Beam into... Well, oh, it's also tricky because you have... What's it called? You have Rillaboom. So let's see how this works. We are going to see Incineroar Grimmsnarl, so a pretty passive lead from my opponent, which I'm pretty okay with, right? As this does, I don't think it's worth going for Follow Me Trick Room. I don't know the Incineroar speed breakdown. I mean, Jirachi's so fast, I'm just assuming we're faster. Let's quickly check. I haven't checked any of the stats of any of these Pokemon. Come on. Check summary. What is your speed? You are 120. So there's like, it is technically possible for an Incineroar to outspeed us. I don't think that is going to be the case. I'm going to go for a Helping Hand, and I'm going to go for a Meteor Beam onto this Incineroar, right? I think if we can get that off, that puts us in really good shape. The main issue though, right, is if you bring out Kyogre, it does have spread damage into us, and you're most likely going to outspeed us as well. So we are going to get that Helping Hand. We do need to connect this Meteor Beam, as we will see the light screen, so my opponent correctly identifying that we are Special Jirachi. We are going to at least get the Meteor Beam. Let's see, we do need to connect it. I think Helping Hand +1 should be enough to KO this Incineroar. If not, we're in really bad shape, as we will fire off this Meteor Beam. Let's see if it's enough. It really should be perfect. Incineroar going to go down. Oh. All right, well, there goes our boost. You know, we cannot account for a Focus Sash Incineroar. Nothing on this team suggests it would be Focus Sash. So, I mean, it worked out. They got rid of my boost. We probably want to then what? We can Steel Spike. We can Helping Hand Steel Spike into Grimmsnarl. We are going to see the Zacian come out here. So this is pretty good for us, right? I want to be able to go for a Follow Me and set up the Trick Room, because I think that's going to be the most beneficial. So we're going to go for the Follow Me now and then set up the Trick Room here. We have a nice advantage, right? Like, if we bring out Kyogre, we can max the Jirachi to go for Steel Spike boost and then go for a Water Spout onto them. We should probably expect Kyogre to be their last one. So a very passive lead that ends up paying off tremendously due to the Focus Sash on the Incineroar. Not something I really expected. And the big question now is, what is Grimmsnarl going to do? It is just going to opt for screens, which I think is fine. As Zacian most likely going for the Behemoth Blade. It's going to go instead for the Sacred Sword. So Indeedee going to be able to hang on here. And the big question, though, is can we survive a Spirit Break from this, from this Grimmsnarl, which is a little bit tricky, right? We could go for a Helping Hand. Let's go for a Helping Hand, as well as go for a Flash Cannon onto the Grimmsnarl. I think trying to get rid of Grimmsnarl is the most important thing. We do have Stab, which is going to really help out here. And then with Kyogre and Calyrex under Trick Room, we should be good. But I think my opponent trying to avoid getting a knockout so I can have a free switch in, which I really respect, right? But we're going to say, hey, if that's the way you're going to play, we're going to try and just force the knockout with Jirachi, as we will see the Spirit Break come out into the Indeedee. Unfortunately, it is enough. A second critical hit there. So Indeedee really just getting pounded pretty badly, as we will at least get a Flash Cannon off into this Grimmsnarl. It's not going to do nearly enough, unfortunately, as a Sacred Sword going to come out into the Jirachi, doing a lot of damage. No critical hit there, thank God. As we can bring out Calyrex here, I think we have to go for a Quake as well as a flash cannon into this what's it called, into the Zacian, because we can't really afford to let it finish its job. So I'm gonna go for a high horsepower here, a max quake. Even if you switch out into Ensign, right, like Ensign is at 1, and so it's not gonna matter here. You could switch out Grimmsnarl. That's an option, and an unfortunate one for sure, because I think that wins you the game. Yeah, if you switch out Grimmsnarl into Incineroar, I think you just win. Not necessarily. Okay, you don't necessarily. You like. Okay, I lose my max. I don't think we get a knockout here. Because of that parting shot. Yeah. So this Focus Sash really coming back to bite me. Right, being able to let the Incineroar get the attack drop, which is going to let. I mean, there's also a Reflect Up. It's not necessarily over, right? We do have Light Screen, and we do have access to a Kyogre. So Kyogre should be able to pick up. It's just tricky, right? Because the Incineroar, and they are okay. So they are opting for a Protect here. So that's actually really good for us, as we will be able to fire off a Quake onto the Zacian, getting a little bit of chip damage, which not ideal damage, but every little bit counts, and also just like it's pretty much confirming that we will not be able to pick up that knockout this subsequent turn. Just looking at how little that did, we could instead. I'm gonna Quake here again and then go for a secondary Flash Cannon. My opponent could throw. We need a crit. I mean, at this point, we're fishing for a crit. That's all we can really do. And yeah, we fish for the crit and we pray. Okay. Yeah, that did no damage. Yeah, we are gonna get the parting shot, which is fine. Let's see what they're gonna go out to. Okay, so the Kyogre is going to be revealed as the last one. We do have Jirachi, though, at +2 special defense. So if they choose for some reason not to attack into us, we do have a potential chance. That did no damage. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Blade, it should definitely go out into the Calyrex. There's no doubt about that. Bye-bye Calyrex. This is so stupid. I hate that it does that. My opponent now still has their max, and I cannot do anything about it. Yeah, and now you have access to Fake Out. We don't have Protect on Jirachi. We bring out Kyogre here. We can Energy Ball and Water Spout. I mean, we have to. I'm assuming that you are Assault Vest. You're Assault Vest or Life Orb. Either way, you have Max Lightning. So we're going to go for a Water Spout here, and we're going to click Energy Ball onto this Kyogre. We're not going to get it, but, you know, it's nice to pretend. So definitely a little bit of an unfortunate position to be in. Yeah, the double crit on Indeedee was so big, because it meant that, right, like Indeedee, we lost a lot of momentum from it, because it went down to the Spirit Break instead of being able to tank 2 more hits. So we would have had a much healthier Jirachi, which I don't think really mattered. So yeah, it's the combination of the Focus Sash and the double crit that are really putting us in an awkward position. And so yeah, that whale is going to get real big. We're going to see the Max Lightning. They are indeed faster than us under Trick Room, and so we do. Oh, we went for a Water Spout. Sad. Yeah, that's Assault Vest. We do get a special defense drop. Water Spout, get the knockout. No. I thought we were going to be slower because you're not a Trick Room team. Play rough coming out onto the Kyogre. Yeah, so we lose. And oh yeah, that's game. You know, it's unfortunate. We tried our best. And we'll just, you know, we got time for one more. So we just gotta keep our head held high, recognize that, hey, it was a tough matchup. And with that, let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, last battle of the day, and it is a fun one. It is Yveltal with a Zeraora, Groudon, Dialga, Whimsicott, and Kyogre. So what do we do here? We need Trick Room up. I say we do Indeedee Calyrex with Jirachi and Kyogre. Probably. I don't like Kyogre. I'm going to bring Yveltal. Is Yveltal better? No. Let's bring Kyogre. Yeah, I think this is our best bet. We need to set up Trick Room. We need to hope that, right? We need to hope that we can survive a potential double spread. I mean, if my opponent leads double spread, we just lose. There's just no way around that. We don't just lose. The match just gets very, very tricky. Right? If you lead dual primals and like your ogre is slower, and you just go for a Blade's water spout, like we also can't really do much about that, right? We have to like max our. I mean, what we max Calyrex, we go for a hailstorm and just kind of pray, which is not a good strategy. As we're gonna see Zeraora Dialga. Okay, this I can work with. This I can really work with because it lets us set up pretty effectively, right? We can go for a Follow Me as well as a Trick Room. Then we have Helping Hand Max Quake to get some boosts up, and I want to probably get some attack boosts before attacking into the Dialga in the event that it is weakness policy, right? I don't necessarily want to give it a free boost. We also potentially have to worry about a Zeraora with a Focus Sash, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm going to go for a Follow Me. I'm going to go for a Trick Room here, and this should hopefully help us out, right? So let's see what happens here. I think, though, like I said, this is a pretty good position. We could see like a Max Wormwind come out from Dialga, which could be a little bit tricky, as we are going to indeed see that Max coming out, and this definitely is going to be that Dialga. So huge props to my opponent for that. Like I said, though, I do expect probably a Wormwind onto my Calyrex. It could be a Steel Spike. Steel Spike is obviously really good for us because it gives us the potential of a weakness policy. But let's see what we're going to have here. It could be coaching on Zeraora, which could just really make this Dialga really, really bulky. As we are going to see a Snarl come out. So this is awesome. I get a weakness policy boost. I'm most likely going to get a free switch in, and I'm going to have my full Trick Room. So I'm fine to just absolutely start. I'm going to just start blasting. Steel Spike, unfortunately, into the Indeedee. Right, they are going to get that defense boost. Indeedee critically lives. And so we have a decision to make here, right? I can go for a Helping Hand. I'm at +2. They're at +1. I can go for a Helping Hand boosted attack, or I can do the smart play. I'm going to go for a Follow Me here. I'm going to go for a Max Quake onto this Zeraora. We do have an extra turn of Trick Room. I mean, not of Trick Room. We have an extra turn of Max. So there's not really a good reason for me to necessarily blow my trigger too early, right? Like, I am worried about a weakness policy on the Dialga. And this way, right, we can create a scenario where we can start boosting up. Hopefully they're not Focus Sash on the Zeraora. I could have gone for an Expanding Fort. No, because then Indeedee gets knocked out, so it doesn't actually matter. So this is our best bet, right? Because the Zeraora is faster than the Dialga. So the Dialga's attack will go into my Indeedee, which is huge for us. If we obviously get the Quake knockout, that's even better. As Zeraora, let's see here. Is it Sash? I can't really tell. I'm playing on it. Yeah, it is unfortunately going to be Sash here, which is fine with me, right? It's not really fine with me. It's just kind of the way the world works here. as a Wormwind going to come out. So a really smart call there, as they are going to get my attack back down to only +1, but they only have 1 turn of max left. So that's actually something that can be really beneficial for us, as we're going to see a Snarl. So interesting that they are continuing to go for Snarl here. We know that they are, what's it called? Focus Sash, so they can go for other moves, but they are instead choosing not to. I'm going to bring out Kyogre here, just going for as much damage as possible, right? We can get the knockout. We can guarantee the knockout onto this Zeraora, as we will get back to +2. And I'm just fine to go for a single target Origin Pulse into this Dialga, right? Really trying to put on as much damage as possible so we can click that. I know it's not very effective. I think it's probably still our best bet. We are Mystic Water, actually. There's also actually a chance, I don't know how fast this Kyogre is, or this Dialga. So there is a chance that you actually do get to move first. So you might actually end up just Wormwinding into my Calyrex, which is fine, right? You'll get to +2. But then we do have the ability to fire off a really big, what's it called, Max Quake into your Dialga, getting us a lot of special defense, which I think is going to be really important for what my opponent potentially has in the back, right? There is a chance of a Groudon, which is a little scary, but we kind of just have to play it that way. We are going to see the Steel Spike come out, though, into the Calyrex, getting another defense boost, but taking advantage of the fact that we are, what's it called? We are at +2 at this point, so it's not doing that much. Origin Pulse, or what's it called? Water Spout, not doing that much damage at all, but I think we're still in a really good position, right? If you bring out like a Groudon, we obviously get the free one-shot into you. We are going to actually see the Groudon here, so I'm fine to Hailstorm and preserve my Kyogre. We do, I think, okay, so this is an important question, right? I actually want to KO the Dialga. I am fine to go for an Ice Beam onto the Dialga, as well as go for a Max Quake here, right? Only because of the fact that, right, we have Kyogre, so we have a good way. We have Kyogre, and we have access to pivoting out and resetting the rain. So I think it's definitely more important to preserve our Calyrex, or our, it's better to KO Dialga. That is what I'm trying to say. Because Groudon, potentially not a threat, right? We do have the ability to pivot out into Jirachi and reset that weather for us. And if we pick up the knockout here, right, like we are guaranteed weather control as we eliminate that possibility from them. And so, right, like we're at +2, which is a really good place to be. They are at +2 defense though, but we are maxed, as we are going to see the Groudon going for a Protect here. So this is like the best case scenario, as we will get this Max Quake off into the Dialga. The issue though, like, is if it survives and is weakness policy. Okay, never mind. It is Calyrex. I don't know why I was worried. We now can easily one-shot this Groudon, which we know doesn't have what's it called, a Focus Sash, because it's somewhere else. The question though is how many turns of Trick Room are left. I think we should have 1 turn, but I'm only saying that because I want it to be the case, not necessarily because I remember. And so if we have 1 turn, okay, if we have 1 turn, this is really good for us, because we have the terrain to stop a Sucker Punch, and that is really, really beneficial. And so it looks like we do, right? I am definitely correct. All right, so I'm gonna pivot out into Jirachi, just to guarantee that we have a better way of dealing with stuff, and then I'm just gonna click Glacial Lance. This should easily be enough for a double knockout, and then worst case, right, we can go for a Protect. We can go for a Protect into a Trick Room from Jirachi, and so that really is helpful there. We do have to be obviously wary though of if they choose to Protect with Yveltal, if they're going to go for a Sucker Punch, but that is a problem for later. As we are going to see the Groudon, it is going to get the double Protect, so really scary for sure, as Yveltal going to reveal the Protect as well. And now the big question that I have is, do I think your Yveltal has Sucker Punch? I don't think so. I don't think we've revealed Protect either. So I'm Jirachi. Jirachi, I need you to live. All right, you got me, Jirachi. I need you to survive a Precipice Blades, as I'm going to go for a Trick Room and a Protect here. And I think that this is our best bet. It also lets us learn about the Yveltal, which is really critical, right? We can see what moves that it can and cannot go for, and that's going to be really important overall. So yeah, let's kind of see what's gonna happen here. I think that yeah, the Jirachi surviving Precipice Blades is going to be really big here. Worst case, right? What we can do is we bring out Calyrex. We can go for we bring out Kyogre, and do some other stuff with that. Let's see. We are going to see the acrobatics. So interesting because I don't think you have a held item. Precipice Blade is going to come out. Like I said, I need Jirachi to survive. Please, Jirachi, please do this for me. Jirachi does not survive, unfortunately here. I'm going to bring out Kyogre. We're going to go for the Water Spout. I thought Jirachi could survive. I don't think that I was in the wrong for thinking that it is spread. Yeah, let's see here. I'm going to go for a Water Spout, and I'm going to go for a Trick Room here. I don't need to go for a Trick Room. I'm just going to go for a Glacial Lance. We should be able to okay, we're going to see a Sucker Punch. So unfortunately, the Sucker Punch going to be revealed here. We should have gone for the Trick Room. Regrets were made. It's fine. We should be able to hit first, though, with a Water Spout. So this should KO the Groudon. Oh, perfect. Yveltal also is going to get down to 1. And then we can just go for an Ice Beam. And it's all okay. So, you know, unfortunately, not the best showing of Jirachi. But we finished all the Mythicals. We're going to take a Sucker Punch. This should not KO. Thank God, if that had KO'd, I probably would have cried. So luckily, we will at least be able to finish things off with a win. Once again, huge shout out to Kanta for the team. Definitely make sure to check out my community poll of what you want to see in November as we're preparing for Scarlet and Violet. And with that, with that, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.